Welcome Ryan to Hampton Park Primary School. Thank you for coming to our school and doing the super clinic this morning. It's a pleasure to have you here, but now it's time to knuckle down and answer the questions.
You must promise to tell nothing but the truth in this interview. Now, let's start. Who inspired you to become a footy player and why?
Nothing but the truth and solemnly the whole truth, I swear. Who inspired me the most? I'd probably have to say biggest inspiration is probably my dad, who's also your principal, Mr. Nate. So he's always just shown me the way that a good citizen lives their life and just enjoy the good things in life and try and overcome the tougher things, and he's probably been the main inspiration for me.
Did your primary school or high school have an influence on your football career?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't have a principal who wasn't my dad until I think about year 6, so that was terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, definitely it influenced it, and it would probably helped along. But once you get to high school, you start playing maybe club football and state football, so it gets, and as well as school football, so it gets a bit tricky. So you have to make sure you balance it out and keep concentrating your schoolwork as well, because that's also important.
Is footy your main priority, or is there other important things in your life? And if so, what are they?
Yeah, football would be my main priority. I spend 6 days a week most weeks, and some weeks even every day at the club doing some sort of training. It's not my only priority, it is my main priority, but I also do a commerce degree at UWA, so it's important that the most of the guys at West Coast Eagles do a little bit of extra, either work or study on the side, so it's important to look after your life after football.
So, as far as I know, football is quite difficult, especially when it comes to training. Is this true, and have you ever pushed yourself over your limits? And if so, what happens when you push yourself too far? Like throwing up, for example?
I've never been a huge thrower-upper. I don't know why some people do that. I don't know, maybe I'm not pushing myself hard enough, but I like to think I am. Yeah, it's definitely important to train hard, and John Worsfold, the coach, definitely encourages that, but it's also important, especially when you're growing up, to know your limits. And I maybe trained a little bit too hard when I was a bit younger and got a bit of a groin injury called osteitis pubis, so it's important to train hard but also know your body and know your limits.
What is it like getting further drafted when you've grown up with your dad, our principal, a mad Dockers supporter? Yeah,
it was a bit tricky at the start, but yeah, he had to find someone to give away all his Dockers stuff to, so I don't know, he might have I don't know what he did with it actually. It might be in the closet for when I get delisted or something. But yeah, he was good. It was as soon as he heard, he switched over pretty quick, and we had to go down the team store and get him a new jacket and scarf and stuff, so, but he's good now.
What did your dad say when he heard you got drafted for the Eagles?
I think he was at work. I rang him at work, and I think he wanted to take the day off, but I said, "Nah, Dad, you better stay here. I think they need you, so I think I can handle it." But he was pretty excited, so yeah, he's just looking for any excuse to get the day off work, I think.
So if you weren't in the football industry, what profession do you think you'd be in?
What profession? That's a tricky one. I'd probably be at the stage of uni, probably doing some study. Probably like to grow up and do something in the business side of football, maybe like a football manager or admin or something. Still involved in football, but probably on the business side. So that'd probably be ideal when I grow up, when I finish footy.
If you could play for any other team, which would it be?
That's a good one. I know everyone hates Collingwood, but Collingwood would be pretty good because they're loaded. They got heaps of money and they'd look after you, I reckon. So that'd be pretty good. But yeah, it'd be a toss-up between probably Collingwood and maybe Freo, so I get to stay at home because I don't really want to leave WA. So I'd miss my mummy too much. So that'd be, yeah, probably those two teams.
Woosha may hear this interview, but who's the coach's pet? Come on, you can tell us. We won't tell.
The coach's pet. Well, there's a couple of contenders. Nick Nat likes to sit up the back with one of the coaches and one of the other coaches, and they have little powwows and chats every time we're in the theatre. But you'd probably have to say Beau Waters. He on and off the field, he's so courageous on the field, and he John looks after him off the field, so they're pretty good buddies.
Do you envy anyone at the Eagles? And if so, why?
Tough, hard-hitting journalism, this one. I wouldn't say envy, maybe admire some of the other players. Watching many players like Matt Prittis, just how ruthless and committed he is to all his football. And maybe Mark LaCroix, he's just such an amazing player and he's so skilled. And hopefully I'll be able to get somewhere near that stage one day. That'd be great.
Okay, so how long did it take you to learn the Eagles anthem? And could you sing it for us? Hang on, you must sing it for us.
Oh, I get camera fright. Maybe I'll sing it for you when we turn the camera off. How long did it take me to learn the song? I would say I already knew it. I always knew it from when I grew up, of course. Yeah, not long at all.
Almost there, Ryan. But what's your favourite thing about being a football player? Is it the fact that women are falling for you every day or that you earn millions?
You can't make me choose between those two, eh? It'd be nice if either of those were true, but yeah, it's a pretty good lifestyle, so I just try to hang around the other guys and pick up the scraps on both accounts. So, yeah, I'll say it's a tie between those two.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for your time. It was a delight to interview you.
Everyone at Hampton wishes you the best and hope you go far with your football career. Go Eagles!